This week we're talking about road tripping with God. I don't know about you, but sometimes I have trouble reading the road signs. We see them too late, or I see them too late, or I just cheerfully ignore them and I think maybe that sign is for somebody else, it doesn't apply to me, or I'm just not paying attention for some reason. When the sign says, go this way, I don't, or it's one way, keep out, and yet I don't think it's for me. That happened the other day. I watched a woman do this in downtown San Luis Obispo. Now, our town is not very big, and we have 3 main streets, and they are one-way streets. And so I was approaching this one-way street, South Higuera, and I was going to turn left, which is the only way you're supposed to turn, right? But there was a woman across the intersection, stopped at the red light, and she had her left-hand turn signal on, and she was going to be turning, if she was going to follow her signal, the wrong way up to oncoming traffic. So what do? What would you do? Well, I honked my horn. Now I knew this might scare her, but I was trying to warn her. So I honked my horn and I was waving and I was smiling cheerfully so she wasn't think I was mad. There wasn't road rage. I was trying to help her. And she didn't see me, or she ignored me. And the light changed and I had to turn left. So I turned left and I looked in my rearview mirror and I didn't see any crash and I didn't hear any noise. So I thought, okay, the good, gracious people of San Luis Obispo gave her a wide berth, and her big boat of a car turned around 3 lanes, and she must have been able to get out of there safely enough. And it made me think of how we sometimes go the wrong way, and maybe we see a friend of ours going the wrong way. They are on the road trip with God. You know that. You know they know Him and they want to follow Him perhaps, but then you see that they are heading perhaps in the wrong direction. They saw the sign, but they're ignoring it, or they think it may be just for somebody else, or they're just distracted by life. And so what do you do as a fellow traveler? Well, you might wave your hands and you might honk your horn. You might have to honk your horn and try not to scare them. And of course, you do it with a smile because it says to tell the truth in love. And you're gracious about it because you want them to listen. It's for their sake. And you hope that they will not make that wrong turn. And then they do. Perhaps. Maybe they do. Maybe the honking of the horn doesn't work like with this lady. And they go the wrong way. So what do you do then? Just let them go and crash? No, you do what the good people of San Luis Obispo did for that woman. You give them a wide berth. You give them someplace soft to land. You still treat them with love, of course, because why? Why can we still forgive someone? Because of the love and grace that God has given us. And we give them the space where they can say, wow, I really blew it. I want to repent. And they know that when they come back, that you don't hold any judgment over them. Whenever I have trouble with judging someone, God reminds me how much He's forgiven me. And I think that could be another point that we can remember, that when we see someone who's about ready to go the wrong way, that we don't judge them in a harsh way, rather than we say, Lord, how can I help this person not go the wrong way away from God? And then if they do anyway, Lord, how can I help draw them back into the fold? I think those are 2 great things that I learned just from watching this lady. And I'm so glad that God saved her life that day, and that He reminded me of how much He's done for me and helped me in following the right road signs. And I'm so grateful too for my friends who say, Sue, you really need to change this about yourself, and that hopefully I would receive that as from the Lord, and God would help me again go on a great road trip with Him. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.